Experience the intensity of ancient martial arts, the depth of lifelong friendships, and the twists of betrayal in a story that will leave you breathless. Get ready for an unforgettable cinematic adventure filled with action and drama. In the beginning, a kung fu expert named Zhu Yuan takes a new student, Chino, to the Shaolin temple. He tells another student, Jun Bao, to teach Chino the temple rules. Once Zhu Yuan leaves, Jun Bao, who's younger and shorter, tries to act senior to Chino, but Chino, being older and taller, insists on being treated as the senior. Later, while they're cleaning, Jun Bao and Chino sneak a peek at some students practicing kung fu. Chino thinks he can do better. Then, a senior student comes and scolds them, saying he can hit them because he's their senior. Upset by this, the boys plan to tell their master, Zhu Yuan. But they find him meditating in the hot sun. Jun Bao tries to shade him with a plant, but Zhu Yuan teaches them not to harm nature for selfish reasons. Jun Bao and Chino then say they want to learn kung fu to defend themselves against bullies. Zhu Yuan agrees but tells them to use it only for helping others and to let him meditate in peace. Later, the boys get back at the bully by trapping him in a cloth and hitting him, but he recognizes them, and they get punished by the headmaster. They have to kneel in the sun all day without food. Zhu Yuan finds Jun Bao and Chino and scolds them for fighting. He acts like he's punishing them in front of the headmaster, but secretly gives them some food. Then, they're told to clean the Luohan Hall. While cleaning, they keep practicing kung fu, using brooms like weapons. As time passes, they grow up and become best friends, working hard to get better at kung fu. They practice tough techniques, like breaking stones with their heads and iron palm strikes. Soon, they hear about an important exam that could let them study advanced martial arts. On the exam day, the headmaster says only the top 4 will move on. Chino fights another student and wins easily, but he's too rough and gets disqualified. He gets mad and insults the headmaster, who starts fighting him. Jun Bao tries to help, but gets pushed away. During the fight, the headmaster is shocked to see Chino knows a special Buddhist palm technique. He tells other students to grab poles and fight them. It's an unfair fight, but Jun Bao and Chino manage to hold their own. Just then, John, their teacher, arrives and stops the fight, helping them escape. This makes the headmaster even angrier, and he accuses Zhu Yuan of favoring his students. The boys apologize to Zhu Yuan, but he tells them he can't be their master anymore, and they must leave the temple. Zhu Yuan worries about Chino's competitive nature, so he gives him a book titled Playboy to help him find peace. With this, Jun Bao and Chino leave to start their own journeys in the outside world. In this scene, Jun Bao and Chino are wandering the streets hungry. They ask for food, but no one helps. Then, they see a group of mean henchmen demanding money from an old shop owner. The owner refuses because he's already having money troubles, but the thugs start to beat him and take his money anyway. Suddenly, a lady named Miss Lee appears. She smartly steals the money back and gives it to the old man. When the criminals notice the money is gone, they start to attack her. Miss Lee fights well at first, but there are too many of them. Watching from a distance, Jun Bao and Chino decide to step in. They use their kung fu skills to fight the thugs, impressing everyone. But when more enemies show up, they decide to run away, disguising themselves with wigs and different clothes. As they walk through a busy street, everyone moves aside for Governor Liu Jin's procession. Chino wishes he could be as rich and powerful as the governor, but Miss Lee warns him that the governor is cruel and has hurt many people. Miss Lee then takes them to a restaurant. There, they enjoy the beautiful music played by a woman named Si Lin. Si Lin is looking for her missing husband, and she earns money by playing music. Meanwhile, Chino starts to have feelings for Miss Lee. Suddenly, the governor's sister comes into the restaurant with her new boyfriend, who is actually Si Lin's missing husband. This shocks Si Lin, and she starts fighting with the governor's sister. She's winning, but then her husband, trying to impress his new, wealthy wife, hits Si Lin on the head with a stool. After fighting the governor's sister's bodyguards, Jun Bao, and his group escape and spend the night at a hotel. That night, they notice rebels stealing gold from Governor Liu Jin. The next day, Junbao and Chino find a way to earn money. They tell people they can punch them for a cent and promise to pay 3 cents if they cry in pain. A man and his sons give them over 100 cents and start beating them, but they don't flinch. Later, the governor's second-in-command demands some of their money as taxes. Junbao doesn't want to, but Chino gives in and even acts silly to impress the commander. Surprisingly, this works, and the commander invites Chino to join the royal army. Chino agrees, but Junbao doesn't want to, and they go their separate ways. Junbao starts living in a restaurant with Miss Li, Su Lin, and some rebels. Soon, the governor's men come to collect more taxes. Junbao and the rebels refuse to pay, leading to a big fight. They win, but one enemy escapes to tell Governor Liu Jin. Junbao tries to chase him on a horse but struggles. Then Chino, now a soldier, arrives and stops the man. The two friends catch up and warn each other about their choices. The scene shifts to a competition at the royal barracks. The winner will become a general. A skilled fighter beats many soldiers, then challenges anyone to fight him. Chino steps up and surprises everyone by defeating him and other challengers, ending the contest as a standout fighter. It's revealed that Chino has been disqualified as a soldier. He then goes to the restaurant where Junbao and the rebels are, with alarming news. He tells them that Governor Liu Jin knows about the killings and is sending troops to arrest them. This scares everyone, and they quickly leave the restaurant. Sadly, the restaurant owner is caught by Liu Jin's men and killed. Junbao, Chino, and their friends decide to assassinate Liu Jin to end the conflict. Chino notes that most soldiers will be away soon, which is a good chance for the assassination. 2 days later, Junbao, Su Lin, and local rebels sneak into Liu Jin's barracks, but they are trapped by soldiers. It turns out Chino set up this trap, showing he's loyal to Liu Jin. A big fight starts, and the rebels are killed one by one. During this, Chino takes Miss Li, wanting her to be his partner. After a tough battle, Junbao and 3 rebels manage to escape. Liu Jin, impressed by Chino's loyalty, promotes him and asks him to recruit Junbao or eliminate him if he refuses. Later, Chino tries to force himself on Miss Li, but Liu Jin stops him, saying a soldier shouldn't risk his career for a woman. Chino then kills Miss Li to show his loyalty, but it's a cruel act. Then we learn that Si Lin is also captive at the barracks and might be killed soon. Junbao arrives to save her. Chino tries to convince Junbao to join them and get rich, but Junbao refuses, disappointed in Chino for betraying their friendship for money. This leads to a big fight between the two former friends. In their fight, Junbao and Chino are evenly matched, but Junbao eventually gets the upper hand and rescues Si Lin. They escape, but Junbao is hurt. Si Lin takes him to a safe house and cares for him. His injury causes mental instability, but Si Lin stays by his side, hoping he'll get better. Meanwhile, Chino trains his soldiers harshly, threatening to fire anyone who doesn't follow orders. He also gives Liu Jin reports on captured rebels and tax revenues. Junbao, remembering his master's teachings, starts reading a book about inner peace. This helps him recover and inspires him to create a new martial arts style using soft, deflective movements. Chino, now cruel, kills villagers who won't tell him where Junbao is. Junbao and Si Lin decide to confront Liu Jin to end his rule. They attack Liu Jin and his sister on the street. Si Lin fights the emperor, while Junbao battles the sister and her guards. They win and capture Liu Jin. When they take Liu Jin to the army camp to confront Chino, the soldiers try to stop them, but they back off when Junbao threatens Liu Jin. Chino and Junbao fight, with Junbao using his new Tai Chi style. Chino orders his soldiers to attack, but Liu Jin, still held by Si Lin, stops them. Angry, Chino kills Liu Jin, but the soldiers still don't follow him. Left alone, Chino begs for mercy, but Junbao defeats him. In the end, Junbao and Si Lin go separate ways. Junbao returns Chino's ashes to the Shaolin temple and starts his own school in the Wudong Mountains, becoming a Tai Chi master. Enjoyed the video? Don't forget to hit like and leave a comment below with your thoughts. Subscribe to our channel for more great content like this. Your support helps us grow and keeps you updated with our latest recaps. Thanks for watching.